Sir Dave, what's going on? Oh, no. What's going on, Keith? Randy? Sir Dave? How you guys doing? Let me open up this window here, pop chat. What's up, T Dot? What's up, Daryl Johnson? What's up from Hood to Riches? What's up, Keith Gordon? We're winding down this WNBA season, ladies and gentlemen. Doug, what's going on, Doug? Anthony Martin, how you doing there, Anthony? We'll give it a few moments to get some people to trickle in here, and then we'll just, we'll start discussing the slate. I mean, it's not going to be any different than any of the other days. There may be a couple surprise plays like they were the other day. Of course, we never know with the WNBA. I think you guys have been playing long enough, and as well as I, to know that we just don't know what may happen. Keith Gordon, how you doing? Going 10% DD. I tell you, again, regarding Delle Donne, if Delle Donne is playing, I'm not on Delle Donne. I mean, I love her. I think she's terrific as a ball player. She's actually very nice looking as well, but the bottom line is I'm not going to take a chance and hope that she plays at 100%. I really, truly believe she's not going to be 100%. What's going on, Das Master? What's going on, Devin? Anthony Martin, what's good? Anthony Roberts, what's good? My why, what's good? I like that. Randy Ortega, I'm playing that sexy beast. That's a good one. I love it. Yeah, she is something else. She is definitely nice looking. T-Dot makes you nervous. Yeah, absolutely, man. I'll be nervous too. Like I said, you guys know, for you guys that have been following, and we shoot the shit all the time here. We love Delle Donne, man. She's a great ball player, but she's also a beauty. And as much as she is beautiful, as good as graceful as she is on the floor, man, I am not taking a chance on her today, even if she's playing at 80%. It'll be truly amazing. I tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, if Delle Donne plays today and she balls out without any major setbacks during the course of this game, it'll be probably the most amazing thing I've seen in sports in a long time, as far as an athlete's concerned, because that injury looked really ugly the other day. I thought she had a meniscus tear, maybe even some ligament damage, and she comes back and the only thing she has is a bruise. A hyperextension. She is truly blessed to not have ruptured or injured her knee considerably on that game the other day. It's truly amazing. What's up, Randy Jackson? Henry, how you doing, Henry Boyd? Derek, how we doing, buddy? Well, thank you, Anthony, for that. I do the best I can. So what's going on with Delle Donne's minutes today, Sir Dave? I have no idea. To be totally honest with you, I'm all in favor of not playing Delle Donne at all today. I think that injury was pretty severe, even though she's bruised. I mean, that hyperextension, man, I mean, again, I'll be truly amazed if she goes out there and puts up 25 today, floor points, and put up about a 45, 50 in fantasy points. It would be truly amazing. I mean, it really would be. But I am not going to take a chance on her, man. If I'm going to stick to the front court players, I really, really still like those mid-tier 7,000 players. Let me just get over to the screen here. I really like when we're talking about the forwards. If we're not with Della Don and you're not with Stewart or Griner, I mean Griner at 8,300, same price. Again, we've discussed this. She's in play. She has 50-point upside, but she is not. It's going to be really tough for her to get 50 on this team. And the same for Stewart. But I like Stewart's chances better. Stewart, and if you saw the video, my early look video, I mean, she took 23 shots from the floor the other day. Granted, she chucked a lot of shots the other day because she was trying to get her team back in the game. I don't think she's going to take as many shots, but she'll take about 18 to 20 shots total from three and from the floor today. And I like her chances of shooting 45, 50% and putting up a good 40, 45. And I'll be happy with that because that'll at least smash value. She's at 7,800. It's still cheap for her. But, of course, Fanduel knows that this is a tough matchup for her, and that's why they have these girls at this respectable price. But 7,800 is still very cheap for Stewart. Then when it comes down to the lower tier here, these mid-tier players here, these 7K guys, these girls here are all excellent plays. I don't see no reason why. I'm not at all opposed to Sanders, Breland, Howard, or Elizabeth Williams. Any two of the three. If you can get them three in them in a lineup, you'll be fine. I could see going Sanders, Breland, and Howard if you could squeeze them in, and I'm sure you can because I worked it out, and I know I was able to get three girls like that. Those girls are going to have to ball out for their individual teams, especially the Washington, especially Sanders has to put up some massive points again, especially if Della Don is not 100%. And then we're talking about, for Phoenix, for Seattle, Miss Natasha Howard needs the ball. And then for Atlanta, for them to really get through the next level, like I said in Game 1, we needed Breland to have a great game, and she did that in Game 2. And she's going to need to come up with those numbers again today if they want to just really close this out. So I'm all in favor of Stewart out of the big stud girls. Between Griner and Stewart, I'd rather still stay with Stewart. And then when it comes to those mid-tier, like 7,000 range, definitely Sanders, Breland, and Howard and Elizabeth are all in play. I think any combination of 2 or 3 of those girls on your lineups, I think everybody will be just fine. Yeah, that's the only problem. I mean, there's going to be some girls that are going to be highly owned. I would really believe that Sanders, because of her game the other day, especially Della Don is not 100%, will be more owned. I won't say she will be like chalky, but she will be highly owned. I would say maybe 35. Could see her at 40% owned throughout the 5K. We're talking about the 5K tournament here. Something to consider there. Oh, and by the way, before we even continue, like always, man, we have I don't know if anybody knows where we stand as far as the 20 players for today's WNBA slate for our DFS Zone tournament. I think I last checked was 16 or 17 players. We need about 2 or 3 more. So if anybody's interested, the link is in the description of this video, as well as the video I did earlier today. Okay, so you can go either or and get that. Get yourself in there. And then, of course, next week starts NFL, guys, so I hate to just cut in between, but next week starts NFL. I do have that NFL league for the DFS Zone up already. I think there's at least 3 or 4 players already signed up for that. We definitely would like to get to 20. You still have the whole week, which is good, so but we want to get everybody in there, at least 20 players before Friday would be great. And just to stop for a moment and just discuss the NFL, for those who are going to be doing NFL, we will I'm planning. I had asked in the early video. I asked for you guys to give me a comment and to tell me what your thoughts were as far as when we will do the live show for the NFL. I had recommended Friday would be a good day for me, or Saturday evening, or Saturday in the middle of the day, and I had 2 or 3 responses on the that they would prefer Saturday night. So right now Saturday night would be perfect. I have no problem with that. So if everybody agrees with that as a community, hey, then you will see that live show for Sunday's NFL main slate during the course of the NFL season will be on Saturday night, if that is going to be the case. All right, thank you for that, Devin. So the tournament for today is full for DFS Zone. Fantastic, great. So good luck to those who signed up, and let's see what happens today and see who takes it down. Remember, NFL, we definitely want to fill that out. So that's $5 entry commitment every week for the whole entire NFL season, and that's pertaining only to the Sunday main slate. So no, you know, afternoon slate only, or evening slate, or Sunday Monday, or Thursday Sunday, or Monday Thursday combinations. That is not going to be the case. Only on Sunday's slate. All right, let's get back to this slate here before our time runs out. Also, man, if you're here, definitely appreciate a like on the video. For all who are watching, please drop a like on the live stream. I appreciate it. It does help out my channel, as you guys already know. And I greatly appreciate it. Again, I greatly appreciate all of you, especially the regular guys and girls that come out and listen to the live show and participate in the tournaments, and of course comment on my videos. And you know, without you guys, hey, you know, DFS Zone will not be growing, so thank goodness for that. And I expect to continue growing with the NFL and NBA. So if you're here for the first time and you have not subscribed, and you're doing NFL DFS and you're doing NBA DFS for October, I highly recommend you subscribe. We will be giving you the best possible information to prepare yourself for those lineups every given week for the NFL, and the NBA is pretty much every day. And there will be live shows for the NFL and live shows for the NBA. Going to be very, very busy, but I truly enjoy it. So the best is yet to come. And those are my best two sports as far as myself making money. So I think I can be able to give you the best possible advice, even more so there. So definitely stay tuned, okay? So going back to the slate. All right, Bobby. Good luck to you as well. Giovanni, he asks, is Delle Donne or is in or out? I really don't know. When I last checked, she was still game time decision, and that was about an hour and a half ago. I have not checked again. So if anybody knows of any news about Delle Donne, please, you know, let us know here in the chat box. But as far as I'm concerned, my recommendation to everybody here is to fade Delle Donne. I mean, you know, it's you know, she had a really, really bad hyperextension. She's definitely thankfully for her, you know, she did not get severely hurt to the point that she was going to be lost for the season and be out, or, you know, fall now with a bad knee injury. But she only has a bruise, and that's great. I don't think she'll be at 100% though. Okay, thank you. Neely says Delle Donne is in. Yeah, I can see, again, I can see where you could do that. Yeah, you know, starting having Delle Donne maybe in one lineup. If you're playing multiple lineups, yeah, why not take a stab at her, of course. But then again, she's still 8,000, you know, here on Fanduel. And I think she's what? How much she's on DK? On DK, she is 12,100. So about the same price on DK. So actually, it's, you know, they kind of, on DK, she's a little bit more expensive, but DK's pricing is different. Obviously, you got more of a budget there to make lineups. So it kind of pairs. If she's only 2,000 more on DK, I would think that's a good deal. But at 12,000, that's pretty high for someone with a knee bruise, and it's probably not 100%. I know she's gonna give it a go, but she's not gonna be 100%. And if she is, it'll be the most miraculous thing I've seen in sports by an individual player in a very, very long time, to come back in this short period of time and go out there and give 100% and probably give their team a victory or anything like that, or even give us 35, 40 fantasy points. It will be very, very surprising for me for her to do that. So I'm not going to take a chance, but again, it will be wonderful to see. Best low price play. If you're looking at guard, for me on guard, I mean, obviously Turner's in play again today. I mean, 3,600. Her price hasn't even increased here, and she's played some matches. If she's gonna play some minutes again today, Talbot is out. You know, so I mean, so I think she's gonna be highly owned. Obviously, she's gonna be pretty chalky today, but I'm gonna have her in 2 or 3 lineups. I have her definitely in 2 or 3 lineups because at 3,600 you can't pass up. You know, so as far as guard, I think Turner is a good play, and as far as forward value, low value, obviously Miss Powers is in play a little bit today. She's probably going to be less minutes, but then again, if Delle Donne is starting and she doesn't go the entire game, this is where Miss Powers steps in and should still get, you know, considerable minutes. I would think she's still going to get close to 20 minutes. On the lower end, I definitely like Hawkins as well. And I don't know what's the deal with Angel Robinson. That was a shock the other day. I understand the whole philosophy for Phoenix. They went with Taurasi as the 3. So that's why Ms. Robinson didn't get any minutes, but I was surprised she didn't get any at all. So The only scenario there with Ms. Robinson is chances are she's not going to get much minutes at all with Taurasi playing the 3, and then Ms. Turner's going to start again at the point. So I'm seeing Ms. Robinson get no minutes or maybe very few. So she's not going to be able. But low price here. Hawkins definitely in play. Billings in play. Langhorne in play, as well as McGee Stafford. You could take your pick. To be honest with you, every one of these girls is getting at least 10, 12, 13 minutes. Who may get you value? Maybe Hawkins. If Delle Donne doesn't play max minutes, you could see Hawkins still getting 20 minutes or so and possibly getting you 1 fantasy point per minute. If I go over here to the cruncher, I can tell you right now, best FPPM play in the lower tier range, they got Ms. Hines Allen possibly giving you close to 1 fantasy point per minute, as well as Aerial Powers. And Powers at 4,300 is probably the best play on the lower end. Elizabeth Williams is a high price player. McGee Stafford at 3,700. They have her here possibly at 0.90, so close to 1 fantasy point per minute. And if you're looking for FPPM play here, in the bottom tier here, we're looking at Yvonne Turner, 3,600 at about 3/4 of a point per minute. On the higher end, nobody really good. 5,800. Ariel Atkins is probably the best bet. They're projecting her to be close to 1 fantasy point per minute, and she's been pretty much that. I'd rather Canada than Mitchell. Okay, Canada. Then Lonnie Mitchell is probably not going to get as much minutes. She didn't get a whole ton the other day, but she was efficient in the time she did get on the court. So I am not so high on Lalani. I did mention her before the last game as a possible play due to the fact that Tolbert was out. She played 8 minutes only, but she put up more than 1 fantasy point per minute, which is pretty nice. But I don't know if she'll be. For me, I don't think that's a repeat. I don't think that's a repeat process for her. Yvonne Turner is definitely the best bet here at 3,600, and Monique Curry is definitely out already. It seems like Miss Ruffin Pratt is getting the bulk of the minutes there, so they're going with the Rook. And Canada, of course, for the lower end as far as guards for Seattle, definitely in play. She's getting some time on the floor, and she's been pretty effective as well. Natasha Cloud had a poor game the other day, poor shooting, man. But you never know with Natasha Cloud. She may be back. Let's see with Cloud. Cloud, 1 of 7, 14% shooting the other day in the last game. So, I expected to get a few more minutes. I expected to play a little bit better. I still think out of all the the Washington guards, you definitely got to think Ariel Atkins here. At least at guard here, she basically plays the 3. But on FanDuel, she's labeled as a guard. So just always keep that in mind. Little better defender than Stewart. Yeah, Camille Little is in there for those reasons. I did say that Camille Little might get some time prior to the last game. I just didn't think that Angel Robinson was going to get none. But then I understand after the game started, I realized that Taurasi was playing the 3, and that's the reason why. And that kind of hurt Taurasi, because she was not as efficient and as efficient with her shot, and she definitely struggled in some areas. So I don't expect that to carry on into today. I think obviously Bonner and Taurasi are going to be okay today. Obviously Bonner is the beast, so she is definitely the best guard play for sure at 7,700. Again, I'm really loving these ladies right here in the middle here at 7,000 all the way through 7,300. Sanders, Breland, Howard, Elizabeth Williams. I think 2 out of those 4 girls are going to have, monster games today. Definitely have to keep them girls into consideration. And Powers, man, she had a great game the other day, but I don't know what's going to happen today. If Delle Donne plays, let's say 25 minutes or 30 minutes, it's going to definitely hurt Ariel's time on the floor. In a way, if I'm the coach, I would definitely go small if I have to in that lineup. I think it was pretty effective against Atlanta. They matched up better. So, in my opinion, if they keep Aerial Powers on the floor as well as Delle Donne, I think they may be even a little quicker, especially their Aerial Powers is not afraid to be physical. She's in attack mode, and she, as long as she's aggressive, she'll be able to get at least some shots down and open up the floor, possibly for Ariel Atkins as well as Krista Tolliver to take those better three-point shots. Yeah, I mean, I didn't touch on that, Anthony Martin. Yeah, I definitely, I did say in my video, my first look video earlier, that I expect Sue Bird and Jewel Lloyd to bounce right back. I mean, you can't have a worse shooting night than they had. I mean, these girls combined were 1 for 18, 10% shooting from the floor. Jewel Lloyd shot 1 of 10, and Bird 0 for 8. And then she also shot 0 for 5 from 3, while Jewel Lloyd was 0 for 2. These girls took 18, 20, 25 shots and only hit 1. Come on. It's not going to happen again. And I look back, and the last time they had poor shooting games together was only once or twice this season, and they bounced back the next game, beautifully. So it's going to be hard. When you have good players like that, it's hard to stop them for 2 or 3 games straight, and that's what Phoenix is going to need to do if they're going to stretch this series to a game 5. Is they're going to need to definitely make it difficult for Jewel Lloyd as well. And then, and the key player that made that possible for Phoenix was Yvonne Turner. So if Yvonne Turner is on the court and she's going to play as aggressively as she did defensively and offensively the other day, it's definitely going to be a little difficult for Sue Bird and Jewel Lloyd. But I expect them both to not shoot just 10% today. I expect them to be back on that 30-40% clip. So and coming into this whole matchup, Sue Bird and Jewel Lloyd were shooting fantastic against this team and shooting well away. Sue Bird coming in during the season, 50% shooting, 43% from 3, 87% from the free throw line. Okay, averaging about 26 fantasy points per game. And Jewel Lloyd away this year, 47% shooting, 38% from 3, 90% from free throw shooting. So, and 30 fantasy points per game. So I expect them to bounce back definitely today. Just don't know who's going to go off. But either one of them may have a good game, and I would not be surprised at all if they both get 30, 35 plus today. I would not be surprised at all. Yeah, Angel Robinson was a killer, man. I had Angel Robinson. I'm surprised. I even had it here in the DFS Zone tournament, Angel Robinson. And when I saw that she wasn't playing, I was like, I'm doomed, because I had penciled her. I had already projected her to be at 10 to 15 fantasy points, and I didn't get any. But I had monster games from a few other players, and it got me at least a third. And I actually had her in a couple other lineups, and it didn't pan out. But some of them, even the one that I won my Sunday million ticket, I had her in that lineup as well. So, with a donut, it sucks. But then again, if you want to have a donut, you'd rather have it from somebody that was at $3,200. That's for certain. So, trust me, you don't want to have somebody at 5 or 6K and they did not get any points. That really will hurt, because then you look back at value and you say you definitely did not get value at all. But you can get by with someone who you pay $3,200 for if they get a donut. Cloud is so unpredictable. Yep, Sue still dishes those assists. Yeah, Henry Boyd, she did put up. I forgot to mention that, but I did say it in the earlier video. Yes, she was horrible shooting the other day, but she did pull out 11 assists. So she did everything she could to try to keep the ball moving around and getting it to the right hands. Yeah, Daryl Parker, yes, Powers' minutes will be definitely reduced due to the fact that Delle Donne will be starting and playing. I just don't know. We don't know. All of us, we do not know how many minutes Delle Donne is going to play. Cloud isn't aggressive enough. At times, she's not. And the problem is that Atlanta's guards are being more aggressive than Washington's guards. That's what it really is coming down to. I mean, Tiffany Hayes and Brittany Sykes, like I said before numerous times, these girls are kind of similar in a way. Hayes is definitely by far the better player, but they kind of have similar styles. They're slashers, they're dash, they're willing to drive the ball to the basket, they're willing to create their own shot. So, this is why that guard setup that they have in Atlanta works good for Atlanta, because then they can dish it back out to a Montgomery when she's hot, or a Bentley, and they'll be able to land those shots from 3 and from the perimeter. So, but Tiffany Hayes, man, yeah, they've been making it tough for Tolliver. They've been making it tough for everyone else on that team. And I think that's the key there. These girls are more aggressive, and they're just they're willing to take it. They're willing to take it to Washington. And as long as they continue to do that, they're going to do fine. This may be all over today. I think there's a possibility that both games could be both of those teams, Washington and Phoenix, can be eliminated for sure today. Natasha Cloud, yeah, Henry. I mean, again, Natasha Cloud. I am not gonna tell anyone they cannot play Natasha Cloud. She's capable of bouncing back. She only shot 1 of 7. Wasn't aggressive enough the other day, like someone mentioned here. When you only take 7 shots, it's either obviously defensively things were not going, they were going great for Atlanta, or Natasha wasn't aggressive enough. And watching the game, there were times that she was not aggressive enough, and she wasn't even as aggressive defensively, where she is actually not a bad defender. So I expect her to play a little bit better today. I still like double A the best out of the Washington, guards here on Fanduel. Then Ruffin Pratt is a nice little low value play at 3,700. She's gonna probably get 10, 15 minutes, maybe even 20. The one who's really has been, pushed to the bench has been Monique Curry, and she's the older player anyway. She's in her 30s. She's a veteran. Yep, Anthony, you're correct about that. That's the whole difference here. I totally agree with you. Atlanta guards are a little more aggressive. They're willing to drive to the basket. Granted, Christy Tolliver is willing to do that, but I mean, if the ball's not getting around and not flowing the right way, she's not going to be able to have those openings to get in there and drive to the basket. And they are, and Washington is molded as a team that during the course of the year, they were one of the better three-point shooting teams. And so their whole offense revolves around that three-point shot. And if Ariel Atkins is not open, they're not opening up the floor for Tolliver and Ariel, and neither one of them are hitting their shots even when they open, it makes it for a very long day for Washington. So hopefully they'll be able to get some good play from Deladon, and definitely some fantastic play from Sanders up front, who has been, who was just absolutely fantastic the other day. Yeah, Tiffany Hayes with Turner is not a bad, little team up right there. And Turner is, is showing that she's being very aggressive as far as defending the Seattle guards, which is really nice to see. I mean, she really was very aggressive against these guards the other day. She's going to need to play that way again today for Phoenix to have another shot. I mean, she was the key factor for Phoenix the other day, to be totally honest with you. I mean, we know Bonner is capable of putting a 50 every single night. She's been like the MVP of this league over the course of the last, I would say, 3 weeks of the season. She's been just fantastic. So to me, I mean, DB is going to have an awesome game again today until somebody really shuts it down. And even the other time, even in game 2 when they had only with 38, that when she only put up 38 fantasy points, she still put up 21 floor points. So I mean, it's just she was not able to get some of the other things going defensively, as far as more rebounds, some blocks, and some steals. But when she puts all those things together and fills out the stat sheet, she's going to get you 50 or better. So the Bonner is definitely the best play today. Turner got me paid. Yeah. Yeah, TRP, yeah, Ruffin Pratt, man, not bad. I mean, she should be able to hit value for you guys today. If you decide to go with Ruffin Pratt, TRP is definitely in play. 3,700, you need 15, 16. I mean, if she gets 20 minutes, she'll be able to get 15 to 20. She can. She's capable of it. She has that upside to get you at least value, or better. At least at 3,700, you'll only need 15. She can get you that. Again, guys, if you're here for the first time, I appreciate you drop a like on the video, on the live stream. It definitely helps my channel. I really greatly appreciate that. And for those who are my regular viewers, I definitely appreciate you guys as well. As you know, hopefully we can continue going into the NFL. Remember, guys, just to change things up, NFL season starts next Sunday. I don't know how many of you are going to be playing NFL DFS. I will have that DFS NFL DFS video for you guys out probably Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning. One of the 2 days will be out, and then the live show. It looks like right now a few people have mentioned to me that Saturday night is good. I had asked to see if it will be Friday night or Saturday night, and I've had at least 2 or 3 people tell me that they prefer Saturday night, and I have no problem with Saturday night. So Saturday night, it seems like that's the way to go. If you want to comment down below on this live stream and let me know if you're new here or if you didn't get to see the first look video earlier, please comment down below on this live stream and let me know, or even in the chat box, let me know if the live show for the NFL should be Saturday night, sometime like 7 or 8 p.m. and we'll run for about an hour and a half chit-chatting about the slate, or we do it Friday night. Crypto trend. Hey, thanks. That 52 people watching. Wow, yeah, it is. Hey, it is what it is. I mean, if you don't like the content, obviously you're not going to drop a like. But again, I'm giving you information. I'm trying to help you out with lineups. Hey, you know what? I mean, I would appreciate a like. I think free information is always good. So why not? It only takes a second to drop a like. But again, you're not being forced, no twist of arms here. It is what it is. We keep moving on. But again, for going back to NFL play, that's where we're going to be at. And then, of course, remember, I will be covering the NBA as well, which I did late last year. This is when I started. I started in mid-March. Pretty much early April is when I really started getting it going with videos. It was already kind of late into the NBA season, but this year I'll be covering the NBA right from the very beginning. So it should be really exciting. So remember to stay tuned for that as well as we progress into the NFL season, that the NBA season is right around the corner as well, and that will be taken care of here as well with live shows and first look videos every main slate every day. So definitely stay tuned for that. Yeah, Gary, you say Saturday. Anybody else with Saturday? Saturday is good for everybody, for my regular viewers. New viewers, the same thing. If you guys think the live show should be Saturday night. All right, Henry. Appreciate that. Devoris Lockhart, send me link. I want to join. Okay, the NFL. Yes, I'll send you. Did you give? I think you gave me your gamer. Your Fanduel screen name, but it didn't come up when I tried to invite you. I think you did give me it, but it wasn't either. I typed it in wrong, but I checked it twice. Just send me again your game tag here on Fanduel, and I'll be able to put you on the list. I got over 26 people that are regulars as far as the tournaments are concerned, so I expect to fill in that 20. James Perkins, Saturday. Saturday's good for Daryl. Antoine Daniels. Okay, appreciate that, man. So Saturday it is, guys. So Saturdays we will be doing the live show for the NFL. All right, so the first one will be this Saturday, and again, the first look video will be out Tuesday evening or Wednesday morning. Okay, one of the 2 days. You could expect that to come out to you, look it over, give you the best possible information. That's basically going to be consisting of not game by game, because obviously it'll be quite a bit as far as I can get into in depth about things. I can make that into an hour-and-a-half video. I don't think nobody wants to see that. So I am going to be focusing more on the best possible plays for everybody, from quarterback to every position, and possibly 2 to maybe 3 good plays. One of those 3 plays will be a value play, pretty much for every position. I'm looking at doing something like that for you guys. So James, who are the so getting back to here to the WNBA, James is asking. Yeah, James is asking who is the value play for the bigs. Yeah, the value play for the bigs with Powers now, obviously going to lose a few minutes today. Me personally as a coach, I'd rather try to go a little bit quick and be a little more athletic with Atlanta. I would love to see Powers get 20 to 25 minutes and be on the floor with Deladon, Ariel Atkins, and Natasha Cloud, as well as Tolliver, and go small. I mean, that would be awesome, but again, that's me coaching. I don't know about this coach if he's going to see it that way, but Ariel Powers was very aggressive, and she played so well the other day that me as a coach, I'm like, hey, you know what? I got to get this girl back in there again. They had a tough time with Ariel Powers, so Ariel Powers to me should be playing more than 20 minutes. I'm still feeling Ariel Powers for 20 plus minutes, because I am hoping and I'm betting on that the coach feels that maybe he can go small half of this game, and maybe a smart thing to do against this Atlanta team that's fairly quick. All right, so that's my thinking there. So 4,300, I think, is still a good price for her. I think she could definitely get you value. I'm not on Clark. I say on the bottom end here, man, it is really tough because we know that Angel Robinson with Taurasi playing the 3, chances are she's not going to get any minutes at all again, which was a shocker. As you guys know, I preached that she was the best value play for game 3, and it didn't turn out that way. So with Taurasi moving to the 3 spot, which I wasn't really anticipating that, that's what really killed Angel Robinson, and I think that's going to happen again today. So I'm not on Robinson, but I think McGee, Stafford, as well as Hawk and Billings, those are probably the best play. I mean, I think Crystal Langhorne has played the best out of all these girls, as well as T. Hawk. So I would say for me, if you're not on Powers for 4,300 and taking that risk, then maybe they'll give her more floor time because she played so well the other day, make the team a little quicker, and utilize a smaller lineup with Delle Donne maybe up front. If they go that route, I could see Powers having still a pretty good game here. I think that would be a good strategy for Washington to use, but I don't know if they're going to do that. So Powers for me is probably the best play at 4,300, and then I will have to say Crystal Langhorne and T. Hawk are probably the best lower tier as far as price is concerned. 4 and 4,200. I would definitely be willing to put them in my lineups. At least that's my opinion. On the lower end here, maybe Stafford, but I don't think Stafford got a lot of. I don't think she's been averaging more than 15 minutes now. She's only 8 and 6. That's just not enough for me. You know, for me to put her in, even though she got more than 1 fantasy point per minute. Billings may be a possibility. Billings did get, what, 10 minutes the other day? If I remember correctly. She got 11 minutes and put up 11. So 11 and 11, prior game 6 and 1, 17. So you're averaging, I would say she's averaging about maybe 11 minutes in the 3 games. 10, 11 minutes. She did have an 18 and 10. Hey, Billings could, Billings as well. Absolutely. If you're not on T-Hawk or on Langhorne, then definitely Monique Billings. I don't see anybody else. I wouldn't even take a chance on Stafford. And, of course, Robinson is definitely out for me. And that's pretty much it. I mean, it's really not a whole lot of value, man. I think the best thing to do is if you want to go up front, I think you can go with, like I said at the very beginning and when we first came on, I like the idea of using Sanders, Breland, Howard, or Elizabeth Williams, taking all 3 out of those 4 girls. I think it would not be a bad play, or at least taking 2 for certain, and then making sure that you take that one possible mid-tier play and definitely put that up on the guards, especially a Bonner or a Taurasi, or maybe even going as cheap as Sue Bird or Jewel Lloyd. I think you'll be okay. As far as the mid-tier players down here, I definitely like Ariel Atkins at 5,800. And we could see a possible bounce back from Natasha Cloud, especially if they go in that stretch kind of like fast lineup. If they would do what I'm recommending, hopefully the coach is watching. Have Powers out there with Natasha Cloud, Ariel, and as well as Christy Tolliver with Delle Donne. I think that'll be a nice, fast-paced, athletic team. Jordan Canada is definitely a play at 4,500. Alan Strong, thank you for the response. Saturday night, yeah, I think that's what we're gonna do. Most people are saying Saturday night. I think that's the best night to do it anyway. It's one day before the actual slate, so the NFL live stream will be on Saturday nights. Bottom tier, though, again, I know Miss Combe here, Sammy, did play a few minutes the other day and was effective. She hit a couple of threes, but she's not gonna play a whole lot of minutes. Ruffin Perry. Remember, this is elimination games for Phoenix and Washington. Their key core players are going to play the max minutes. So always keep that in mind. Elimination games. This is the playoffs. Every one of these players are in play. We have said it time and time again, especially if you're new to DFS and for DFS basketball in the playoffs. Everyone is in play. The only thing is, unfortunately, with the WNBA, sometimes we just get some matchups where coaches just figure, hey, some individual players are not going to play a lot of minutes, but I expect the regulars to play massive minutes, and I expect the key core players off the bench are going to get their amount of minutes and possibly a little bit more, and those are only very few. Like Yvonne Turner is going to start, so Yvonne Turner is going to get some minutes. She's going to be highly owned today because she was very, very efficient the other day. James Perkins says Jewel Lloyd bounce back. Yes, I think so. I mean, I don't know if you missed it, James, but they shot poorly. Sue Bird as well as Sue Bird as well as Jewel Lloyd shot horribly. Between the two of them, they only hit one shot the other day. And that only had, they didn't even have a game like that all year long. That was the worst game they have played shooting from the floor in the entire season. And the last time they had pretty poor games, they both shot between the both of them about 32% from the floor. And they bounced back the following game with very, very good games and actually played well the next few games. So it's going to be a tough task for Phoenix to shut these girls down 2 or 3 games in a row. But if they're going to do that, they're going to need to do it again today, and they're going to need to do it again in Game 5. And that starts with Miss Turner. If Miss Turner is going to be that aggressive defensively and be as good offensively, then she's going to be someone who's going to be a key, integral part of this Phoenix team in this comeback if she continues to play the way she played the other day. So we'll see how she does today. But Sue Bird and Jewel Lloyd, I mean, Bird shooting 50% and 43% from 3 during the course of the season on the road, those numbers are going to bounce back today in my eyes. And as far as Jewel Lloyd, same thing, 47% from the floor, about 37.5% from 3 during the course of the year on the road, and 90% and 88% respectively from the free throw line. So, I mean, I expect them to bounce back. Canada, maybe a good play. Henry Boyd, yes. Yeah, Canada is definitely in play. She's getting minutes. Jordan Canada, and she's been getting almost close to 1 fantasy point per minute, pretty much. Here goes 15 and 16.5, pretty much 17. I mean, almost nearly 1 point per minute from the floor. She's dishing the ball. A couple turnovers, that's okay. She's a rookie. 17, 11, 1, and 4, not bad at all. 16 fantasy points in the last game. She's averaging 15 to pretty much 16 minutes over the last 2 games. And in this series, she has played 9. So you figure you break this down, maybe about 12 to 13 minutes on average in the whole entire 3 games series thus far. She's going to come on the floor and get some minutes. Yeah, Joga, yes. Della Don is supposedly starting and playing. I just don't know how many minutes she's going to play. I'm fading her, and everybody here knows that I love Della Don, but I am definitely fading her. I'm not taking a chance. She re-injures that, aggravates that knee, or is not able to go at 100%, which I think she's not 100% healthy. It's just no way of that severe hyperextension she had that she is 100%. And if she is and she balls her butt off, I mean, she'll be my favorite player forever, because I'll never have seen anything like that ever from an athlete. It'll be the most remarkable thing, I mean, considering the short period of time she's had to rest. All right, we're getting close to game time. So again, if you're looking for FPP plays, FPPM plays, fantasy points per minute, obviously in the guard spot, there's always Ms. Bonner, over 1 fantasy point per minute they're projecting, as well as Diana Taurasi at 1.83. Ariel Atkins is the 3rd choice at just slightly under 1 fantasy point per minute. They do have Jewel Lloyd bouncing back and being under 1 fantasy point per minute, as well as Tiffany Hayes. So those are the best 5-6 plays there as far as FPPM plays. And when you come to the forward spot, obviously Brianna Stewart, they got her at 1.24, Griner at 1.2, Sanders at 113, Natasha Howard at 108, and Jessica Breland at 102. And they even still have Aerial Powers at nearly almost 1 fantasy point per minute for today's game. So those are the top dogs there. And as you can see right in the middle, Sanders, Howard, and Breland, the 3-7K players that I recommend. You can use any one of those 3. You can use 2 out of those 3, or possibly all 3 if you can squeeze them in. Don't know how much owned they will be. I would think out of all of them, I would think the one that's going to probably still be relatively high owned is probably going to be Miss Sanders, due to the fact that maybe Della Don is not 100% and she knows that she's going to need to step up. She's going to need to step up even no matter what. Everybody is. So what's going on? So that's where we're pretty much at, guys. I mean, guys, just another thing, also a reminder, man, if these games, if any one of these teams that are in elimination mode lose today, this will be the last live show, and the last first look video was earlier today for the WNBA season. And again, I want to just thank all of you that were involved with me, being a supporter, watching the videos, dropping likes, the individuals that have subscribed over the last 2.5 months of the WNBA season. I greatly appreciate you. I thank you so much for being viewers, and I appreciate your support. Now we're going to move on to the NFL. That's, again, the only way we'll have another live show for the WNBA this season is if we have a 2-game slate, and the only way that's going to happen is if both Phoenix and Washington extend these series to Game 5. Okay, if we go to a Game 5, then we will have another live show and another first look video. All right, so be on the lookout for that, and just keep that in mind. But from here on in, I'm basically going to be focusing on the NFL, getting you ready to give you the best possible information for you guys to make those lineup decisions, critical lineup decisions every Sunday, so that you can be in position to hopefully make some serious money. Hey, thank you, Crypto. I appreciate that, man. I really do. I really, no, granted, I'd be totally honest with you. It is very hard for anyone who does DFS as a player, and at the same time is someone that goes out and tries to give people the information that pretty much I look at. Everything that I give you guys is pretty much how I analyze my decisions every single week. I mean, it's a lot of, it definitely is quite a bit of research, but I'm kind of used to it because I've been doing DFS fantasy sports for about 15, 16 years or so. And as far as on Fanduel and DraftKings, pretty much the last 3 years, pretty much I've been doing it. But I mean, you know, it is quite a bit of work, but I do enjoy it. And as long as I am able to enjoy it and I'm able to give information out and help others, that's the only thing I care about. All right, so pretty much that's it, man. So again, elimination games. Let's hope and pray that Washington and Phoenix extend the series so we can do this one more time. If not, the next time you guys will see a video of mine for DFS Zone, it will be Tuesday or Wednesday morning for the NFL's first week of the season slate, and the first live show for the NFL will be Saturday night. All right. So with that, everybody, I wish everybody a lot of luck. Hey, if you're here and you wanna definitely continue to have great information come your way for NFL and NBA, please subscribe down below, and don't forget to turn on the notifications. This way you do not miss that first video on Tuesday or Wednesday and the first live show on Saturday. Okay, we'll be discussing, I'm thinking more or less how I'm going to go about doing my show other than giving you guys plays. We may even do a lineup together as a community, and I'm willing to put that in there and see how we do as a community. So maybe one of those, some of you guys may want to do something similar like that. I don't know. I'm thinking about certain things, but again, we will definitely be moving on to bigger and better things. And again, I appreciate all the help. So again, drop a like on the live stream. Continue to drop like on my videos. It definitely helps my channel, the rankings, and so on and so forth, as you guys know. And again, you know, hey, I appreciate you guys, man. Thank you so much for being a part of the DFS Zone family. All right, everybody. One more person here. Let me see. All right, good for you, Henry. That's good to hear. Yo, Alicia Clark, James Perkins, real quickly. Man, you know, I don't know. She's just James. I mean, she's too up and down, man. Too choppy for me. You know, and she's another cutie pie too, man. Alicia Clark. You know, it's just, again, it's just I don't know, man. It's just I don't feel her in that sense as far as the great upside. She's good for 20 to 25. She may get you 27, 28 at times, but she's not don't have that high floor, and then the ceiling is not that high either. You know. But again, she has those moments where she can get you close to 30. So yeah, I'm not high on her today at all. But you know, she is someone to consider. There's no doubt about it. Everybody's in play. It's just finding that right combination. Yeah, you like that, huh, Crypto? Yeah, she's just another. Hey, you listen, man. I'm married. I have kids and everything, but I mean, you know, we all appreciate a nice-looking woman when we see one. So she's cute as well. Deladon is definitely the knockout, you know. Thanks, Crypto. All right, guys, man. So hey, man, God bless everybody. Make some money tonight. Did I answer anybody's questions? I think somebody mentioned someone, yeah, about Clark. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm not on Clark, but you know, you never know. She may have a great game, and then I lose out because I wasn't on her. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man. Wish you a lot of luck, man. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Enjoy your Labor Day weekend. We got Labor Day tomorrow, and then of course I'll be back with you guys with the NFL on Tuesday or Wednesday. All right, everybody be good.